You didn't need it anyway, my dad said, his voice drifting through my phone speaker, casual as if he hadn't just dropped a bomb. It's gone, kiddo, what's done is done. No point crying over it now. My name's Chloe. I was 25, standing in my cramped London apartment, clutching my phone as my father confessed to draining my entire college fund. That money was supposed to carry me through my final year, every penny scraped together from scholarships, late-night shifts, and penny pinching since I was a high school kid with big dreams. How much is left? I asked, forcing my voice to stay calm even though my hands shook like leaves in a storm. None of it, sweetie, he replied, breezy as ever. Had some debts to settle. But don't sweat it, you're clever. You'll figure it out. Figure it out. Like I had a magic wand. Like he hadn't just torched 4 years of my blood, sweat, and tears while I was studying abroad. Powerless to stop him because he'd stayed a co-signer on the account I'd opened at 17. I see, I said, soft but steady. Well, good luck with that. That's my girl, he chuckled. Misreading my quiet for surrender. Always practical, just like your old man. Gotta run, meeting buddies for drinks. Catch you later. Drinks. With my money. My future. I sank onto the rickety chair at my desk, staring out at the London street I'd fallen for during my semester abroad. 3 months. That's all I had left before I'd be shipped back home. 3 months to claw my way out of the hole he'd dug for me. My phone buzzed again. A text. Don't tell your mom or Nana. No need to worry them. Of course he wanted it hushed up, just like his gambling debts, his flop businesses, his habit of borrowing cash he never returned. I flipped open my laptop and started a list. Step 1, evidence. Bank statements showing every deposit I'd made, scholarship records, proof of my grind. Step 2, options. Legal aid, financial assistance, extra gigs. My dad always saw me as his fallback. Good thing you're pretty, he'd say when I aced exams, like my brain was a cute accessory. Marry rich of college flops. But I hadn't clawed my way this far to let him trash my plans. He thought my calm meant I'd roll over. He had no clue practical was his worst nightmare. Over the next week, I unraveled the mess he'd made. The account had held $42,000, my scholarships, my summer hustles, my discipline. He'd siphoned it all in sneaky little chunks over a month. Each transfer just shy of triggering alarms. My roommate Mia caught me buried in paperwork one night. Your dad did what? She gasped, peering at the statements. Can't you nail him for theft? His name's on the account, I said, bitter but resigned. Legally, he could touch it. I just never thought he would. I should have seen it coming those times he borrowed my birthday cash as a kid, swearing he'd repay me, or when he pushed me to take out student loans for us, promising he'd pitch in. Spoiler. He never did. My phone kept buzzing with his texts. Don't stress, kid. You worry too much. Maybe skip school for a bit. Modeling pays better than a degree. Every word dripped with how little he cared about my goals, my freedom. To him, I was a piggy bank to smash open when he hit rock bottom. I got to work. Calls to my university's aid office. To legal services, to my Nana who'd always cheered my dreams. I didn't spill the full story yet, just fished for info, weighing my moves. Then Dad called again, mid-lecture. Hey, sunshine. Quick question, got any other savings stashed? You're so good with money, figured I'd ask. His shameless gall lit a fire in me, but I played it cool. Why? No reason, he lied. Just thinking about your future. You know how dads are. Thinking about my future, like when he tanked my college fund, or when he griped about me studying abroad, calling it abandoning family. Sorry, Dad, in class. Talk later. I hung up, added a new list item, locked down every account he might sniff out. New bank, new start. That night, Nana emailed, talk to your dad today. He got twitchy when I mentioned your fund. Everything okay? I grinned, picturing him squirming. He'd always feared Nana, the one person who'd ever pinned him down. Can we chat? I replied. There's stuff you need to know. Her response was instant, fierce, spill it. On a video call, with Mom and Aunt Lisa beside her, Nana's fury erupted as I laid it all out. Bank records, texts. Dad's breezy dismissal of my dreams. Mom's hand shook as she read his messages. He told me you chose to pause school, she whispered. Said you might move home. Classic Dad, spinning tales to dodge blame. I've got everything, I said, showing my files. Every withdrawal, every lie. He's not skating free this time. Aunt Lisa, a lawyer, leaned in. The cosigner thing's tricky, but if he's made written promises to repay, we've got leverage. I dug up emails where he'd called the money for my education. Texts hinting at someday paying me back. Gold, Lisa said. Not airtight, but it'll sting. What's next? Mom asked. Next, Nana declared. We make Daniel face the music, and the family he's screwed. The plan snapped into place. Nana would corner him first, letting him know the jig was up. Lisa would hit him with a formal demand letter, spelling out repayment or consequences. Mom, after years of waffling, would finally file for divorce. He's always seen you as his puppet, Nana said. Time to cut the strings. His next call came right on cue. Nana sounded mad today. He probed. You didn't blab, did you? About what, Dad? I shot back. The fund you swiped? The future you trashed? Or just that my education's a joke to you? Now, sunshine. Don't call me that. Don't call me at all. Talk to Lisa from now on. Lisa? Why's your aunt in this? She's a lawyer, Dad. You're gonna need one. He flipped from denial to rage to whining. You're overreacting. Family's worth more than money. I forwarded every text to Lisa, letting him bury himself. He showed up at Nana's house where I was crashing before flying back to London, thinking he could charm his way in. She blocked him at the door. How dare you steal from your own kid? She bellowed. Loud enough for the neighbors to peek out. Have you no shame? Mother, please keep it down. No, you betrayed us. Get out or I'm calling the cops. He slunk off, but the texts kept coming. Nana's turned you against me. I'm your dad, you owe me respect. I thought of all he'd done for me, downplaying my A's, pocketing my savings, treating my wins like his ATM card. Lisa's demand letter landed at his doorstep. A brutal tally of every cent he'd taken, with repayment options. You can't sue your own father, he roared over the phone. Watch me, I said. Then hung up. The family implosion was epic. Relatives I hadn't spoken to in years called appalled. Aunt Patty, his sister, admitted he'd raided her kid's birthday cash too. He's always been a leech, she said, counting on family to let it slide. Mom's divorce filing cited financial infidelity, and in court, his theft from me stunned the judge. You blew your daughter's college fund on gambling? The judge snapped. Gonna pay it back with what? You've been jobless for 3 years. His fun dad mask shattered. The university stepped up with emergency aid and a payment plan for my last year. Nana chipped in too, insistent. Unlike your father, she said, I know what education's worth. Dad claimed he was broke, but Lisa uncovered his new car, vacation pics, country club dues. Not broke, she smirked. Just sneaky. His texts turned pathetic. You're ruining me. My own kid turning on me. Then he tried turning my cousins against me, telling them I was out to bankrupt him. Instead, they sent me his messages, more ammo. He swore our funds were safe too. Cousin Max texted. Guess we're next. Lisa locked their money down before he could pounce. In Mom's divorce, his scams unraveled, hidden accounts, loans in her name. I'd heard that guilt trip too many times. Through Nana's contacts, I landed a part-time gig to finish my degree. Professors cut me slack and every win pushed me further from his shadow. The family rallied, cousins shared their own tales of his tricks, aunts and uncles flipped from enablers to enforcers. At my graduation, he showed up uninvited, hollering, "That's my girl. Gets her smarts from me." Lisa had him booted before I walked the stage. "Your victory's yours," she said. He doesn't get a piece. A year later, his world was ashes. Friends he'd conned demanded answers. Relatives sued. My graduation party doubled as a freedom bash. Family toasted my grit, not just my diploma. He called, Mom said mid-party. Once the repayment dropped. Says he's learned. His latest posts, still flaunting a life he couldn't afford, said otherwise. The repayment plan held firm, docking his new job's paychecks. It's not fair, he whined in an email. One mistake and you won't let go. Love isn't a blank check, I wrote back. My last words to him. My London career soared, a top firm. My degree unlocking doors he tried to slam shut. Nana, my rock, visited my flat. He texted, she said over pub dinner. Offered to help with hotel costs for me. Same old con. We laughed, his tricks were laughable now. 2 years on, his final payment landed with a note. Now can we be family? I filed it with the rest, proof of my climb, not his comeback. Mom. Remarried and free nailed it. He thought stealing your cash would chain you to him. Instead, it cut you loose. His real punishment? Watching me thrive without him, beyond him, despite him.